Hello, Lucy. Lucy Leitner. I got this. Ain't it cool? Yes, so this is a really creative story. So the format is also stupidly creative. I've gotta really respect Lucy. I read her story in Who, Call Me Who, which is available on Godless for free. What's wrong with you? I freaking got it. Lucy is, as always, on point with character development and story and pace. Now, this one's no exception, where we meet a radio show host called Tim, who's a bit of an arse. He doesn't believe that what his guest has got is a real, thing. But basically, this guy has combined AI technology with religious practices. So he has created Xorcise Me, which is an AI kit where you can take it home. If you believed your loved one is possessed, then you can try the AI kit on them that will speak to them in Latin or whatever language is native to them, using certain texts from the Bible that are needed for an exorcism to meet the needs of whatever demon is there. Gotta admit, freaking loved it. And of course, my boy Asmodeus is in it. Everybody has their own version of Asmodeus. Obviously, my version in Death Walks With Me, he's a bit of a cocky shit. He's like a cross between Gary Oldman and Tom Ellis. Lucy's version is more old school, very much traditional, demon of lust, Asmodeus, Prince of the Demons kind of situation, and I'm living for it. Basically, Cody, who created the kit, all started with the fact that his girlfriend was possessed, and he didn't know how to deal with it, and he tells you his story over a podcast, and the whole story is set out in a podcast format, so it feels like you're reading the notes to a radio show, which is so stupidly creative. But so is the fact that she's come up with this idea that combines religion and technology the way that it does in the Hoops series. So, like, the devil uses technology of his own creation in that as well. So I love how Lucy's staying in a very similar kind of mind frame, where it almost could seamlessly float into the Call Me Hoop series, and it could float in beautifully with that. But creative, innovative, amazing read. It's a short, very quick read. You'll whiz through it and you will love it as much as I did. Trust. Okay, let's get this son of a bitch out of the way. I have no words. I am actually quite grateful that I read work by Sean Hooker, Sonnet McHardy, Daniel Volpe, Aaron Beauregard, because nothing could have prepared me for this. Honestly, I can't even start. But I will. So, going along quite well. Find out that, security guard at a hospital. Bit of a necrophiliac, nothing that shocks me, to be honest, because, I watched Necromantic, it didn't bother me, which says a lot about me. Anyway, I then meet Helen, who is a maternity doctor. We get there, and we're reading on, and it's like, oh, she's eating a baby. Naked. This can't be good. The two end up going spiraling down this relationship as such. He's a bit of a socio-psychopath, so I'm surprised he even knows what a relationship is, because all he's ever known is the company of dead women that he likes to sleep with. They go on a date. It's a very awkward date. They connect with their interest, I suppose, and then when things get a little bit physical, he backs away into a shell and wants to be like, no, I like dead people. I don't want to sleep with a live woman. I don't want to like a live woman. She takes that as a hint that she wants more. Thus leading into me getting to about page 63, I think it was, and going, "Oh God! Ah!" She takes him to an abortion clinic. You can only guess what that's about. After that, Chandler then throws us into another really fucked up scene, which messed with my head. And now I don't know who I am. I don't know. But this is a beautifully written book. Do not dispute that. Brilliantly written, fantastic characterization, amazingly great developments. But bloody hell, I can't even. This book, sick, fucking disgusting book, beautifully written, do not dispute, great storyline, but holy shit. I need Disney and I need ice cream. No. You know what? I'm trying to figure out why I keep doing this shit to myself, because I obviously don't like myself very much. So I decided that if I'm going to read Chandler Morrison's Dead Inside, I might as well prep myself mentally anyway and read that with, you know, a group of other reviewers slash fans who also love this depraved stuff as much as I do. So I just joined the reading group and I read it at the speed of everyone else, chapter by chapter, day by day. Y'all gonna need Jesus after this, because this was intense, gross, disgusting, and my brain has now gone to a special place where there's unicorns and bunnies in tutus, because no! This was fucked up. So it's a really well done, fast-paced, grossathon where we meet Neil, who is basically against his will, mommy's boy, lives at home, and he works in a care home. And he's got a bit of a hard-on for Lindsay, who works in the same care home as him, but her past is, very first chapter is brutal as fuck. And I'm just like, well, this has started well. Every time you shitheads get together, I end up with nightmares. I don't even get nightmares anymore, but you decide you want to give them to me against my fucking full will. So, I am going to snuggle up in my little floof, and I am going to watch some Criminal Minds. No, not. I'm probably going to play Dead by Daylight, where I'm going to be running from a killer regardless. But this is an sensationally good book. I nommed it up in a couple of days, and yeah, I'm still trying to work through the trauma of the vaginal steaming part. Thanks, boys! Really, I needed that stuck in my brain. Nah. So, I need therapy. You're paying. But at the same time, extreme horror. If you have absolutely nothing that bothers your brain, you're not grossed out easily and you got a strong tummy, then this is the book for you. If not, go watch Disney, because this book is hardcore. It's like they're outdoing each other with every chapter. So you know it's only going to get worse. So you've been warned. Hey, boys and girls. So let's go through this today. Here is what I read recently by Judith Sonnet and why I love it. So, this is my first introductory to Judith's work, and I am very much saying that I will definitely be reading more of her work in the future, because goddamn, this girl can do some good work. So, you have well-developed characters with the prologue taking you in, setting everything up, the mood and the atmosphere of the monastery, and oh my god, like the character selection as well. Like, I loved the relationship between Misty and Abe, and I love how natural everything was. It wasn't forced, it wasn't over the top in any way. There wasn't, I mean, for starters, Misty was just a normal girl. I am so relieved that somebody has actually written a trans woman normal, so to speak. But obviously, she is just a great character, and I love her, and I love her relationship with Abe and how it progresses. I love the atmosphere and the way that Judith makes you kind of sit there on edge. I loved the fact that there was a little bit of an it moment. The bit where, like, the bookcase and Taggart's there, like, oh, is there people behind the bookcase? Oh no, I better free these dead people from behind the bookcase. Taggart, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to us? But I just love that, because it kind of like the sink vibe with, like, Bevy in It, where she's in the sink and she's, like, talking to the plug hole, and you're just like, why? Why would you do that? Get away from the plug hole. This whole story is so well developed, great plot, amazing characters, and I loved it. And it had some old school zombie vibes in there that just reminded me of some of the old movies that I used to watch. And I love the fact that it is just so well done. And the atmosphere and the eerie elements are there. Like, the Ouija board part is just, I don't like this. No, unsettling vibes all the way. Judith is an amazing author. If you haven't picked this up, what the hell is wrong with you? Go and torture the sinners.